let's go down that road. And this is I love this article. This was 2 months ago. Okay? Tech Mentos is a blogger. Nadine here talking about accounts being hacked. 60,000 accounts, to be precise. And while that's not the millions of accounts that were compromised on PSN, it's still quite a bit. And on top of that, it happened recently. And on top of that, it's the most recent event that happened. So you think this doesn't happen now, yet here's an article proving that 60,000 accounts were compromised by a group called LulzSec. And if you don't know who they are, you're going to find out here in a moment when I get to that. But the whole point here is, if you've been involved with Xbox Live or PayPal, or you think that, hey, yeah, it's fine, and PSN, ha ha ha, well, look at you. You're getting hacked too, buddy. Your account is just as vulnerable. 60,000. If it didn't happen to you, you're damn lucky. So, don't even tell me it doesn't happen now. Don't tell me it can't happen, because I know it happens. Here's another article, just to back up the proof that it's not some individual blogger in a joke post. This is from Joystick. Okay, same freaking thing. Outages. And these outages are happening around the same time that the compromises are taking place for these accounts. Gee, I wonder what the hell's going on. Well, maybe that's because the entire network is being hacked into. And see, the difference here, the difference between PSN and Live, is that Xbox, or Microsoft in general, doesn't come public with this shit. They don't even pull their server down if they don't have to. They'd rather fix it on the fly and not tell anybody it's going on. So they just run through the mud instead of trying to work their way around it, or to fill the land hole with all the mud in it so that it doesn't happen again. And this is the difference. This is exactly why, these moronic Xbox owners think that, oh yeah, PSN, haha, so funny, it's so great. You guys got totally hacked and I was playing online. You're lucky you were playing online. You're lucky that you didn't have an outage. You're lucky that the live service was still up. Okay? Because there's no reason that Microsoft shouldn't have pulled down Live for the same amount of time that Sony did. Sony went out and said, we're going to pull this shit down and rebuild it to make it harder to get into. They patched and patched and patched to avoid the issue, and then finally they confronted it. What's Xbox done? Patch. That's it. If they've even patched. They haven't isolated shit. They haven't secured shit. They haven't done anything. Sony's doing something about it. I don't see anything happening on Microsoft's end. No, you're not untouchable. You're not safe. I mean, come on, it's like what I'm saying. You're just as prone to being hacked. And, one of these days, I swear to God, especially for you people that are loudmouthed about it and argue, you're going to be caught with your pants down. Okay? It's going to happen to you. You're going to lose your wallet. Karma's going to bite you in the fucking ass. Something's going to happen, whether it's not with Live or anything. Because it doesn't matter what service you use. I'm going to reiterate over and over again to pound it home and drive that point that it will happen to Xbox Live owners, and it does daily. Let's talk about, hey, who the hell are these people? Who's hacking us? That's what everybody wants to know, right? Well, we just talked about the group, the major group that was responsible for the most recent hack. That's 60,000 plus account compromisation. You know who did that? LulzSec. And if you're not familiar with who this group is, then maybe you should do a little research. Maybe you should go to this page right here, this wiki page, which talks all about LulzSec. And for those of you who want to know what the name means, well, lulz is obviously a different version of laugh out loud acronym, and sec stands for security. So their name means ha 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 security, like it's a joke. Their entire mission is to have high class fun at your expense. That's what that logo, their little cartoon figure over there stands for. And this company has hacked numerous, and I mean numerous, different places. And we're talking like places that are secure, about as secure as you can get. And you know why they do it? Because they can. Because it's fun. And because it shows little weebles and doofuses and nitwits and shitheads like you little teenage dumbasses, that you are vulnerable. More vulnerable than you think. So, LulzSec isn't just like another hacker place. This isn't just like another hacker community. This isn't just your typical, we're secretive and you'll never know about us, but you'll see from us when you get hacked kind of thing. This company is like the fucking Joker. It's going to tell you they do something before they do it. They're going to announce that they're doing something and laugh in your face and say, try to stop us. And then they'll post their findings or their results on Twitter. For fuck's sake, they have their own social network page talking about crap that they're doing, who they're screwing with. And this isn't just like, Nintendo gaming communities. This is huge shit that they're breaking into. So let's talk about that. And here you're seeing, it's not just games, like I'm saying. It's Chase, it's Citibank. You've got Nintendo. You've got network broadcasting stations like PBS. They broke into PBS and actually made a fake network announcement and stole a bunch of identification credentials or whatever. InfraGard is a partner with FBI for internet security, and they broke in. Okay? So how safe does that make you feel when someone like the FBI is getting screwed with? Same thing with the CIA. They get hit 100 times a day by LulzSec. And then obviously Sony and Microsoft we already know about. And those are just a few. Look at this. These are just a few of the incidents, like some of the games they've broke into and what they've done. And this is some serious shit that they've got into. And most of it's playful in nature. Some of it's really frickin' serious, though. So you guys need to be aware that this happens constantly. And here's the thing, I can't believe that so many of you people out there are like, huh? What? I didn't hear about that. That's BS. That didn't happen. It's like, what? Have you been living under a rock? Why didn't you hear about it? Why didn't you see these hacks happen? Why didn't you know about it? Especially when it comes to Xbox Live. How come you didn't know? Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. This may not be the total reason, but it's definitely part of the reason. Microsoft owns all these companies that you're seeing on the screen right now. Network companies, TV, broadcast, advertising. And they're all linked in with other networks. They have stake in just about every major player when it comes to coverage. So yeah, it's no wonder you don't hear about negativity about Xbox on TV and networks and channels, because they own part of them. So no shit. Anyway, they stay quiet. If they stay quiet and they don't say shit and they just do the private updates and let things run through without publicly announcing there's a problem, hey, maybe nobody will notice. Maybe we won't get caught. It's just like this little kid here, man. He's got some boobs in his face. He's old enough to know that those are some big old bitties. And he's having trouble here. It looks like he's got to really get a good glance before she turns and looks back at him. Gotta be sneaky, right? Totally. That's Microsoft right there, man. So anyway, when it boils down to it, the truth hurts. That's just the way it is. This is the truth. I showed you all the documentation. I showed you exactly why this stuff's happening, who it's happening to, how close to home it hits. And so that's what I do. I make these videos to piss you off. Because just like Hodgel said here, that which can be destroyed by the truth should be. So you little assholes out there that are spreading lies and fallacies, I have to destroy you. Because I like doing it. Because you can't counter-argue me. The only thing that you guys have been using lately to talk bad about other companies, or Sony in specific, in this case, with the PSN hack, is that's it, the hack. I haven't heard you say anything about console failure rates. Oh yeah, that's right, because they don't happen. Or games. Oh yeah, that's because maybe PS3 actually has some good games now. Or, oh, you know what? The hardware's more expensive. Well, that's not true either, is it? It's actually cheaper to own one. So you guys don't have anything to combat all those the rants against the Xbox and people who've switched over. And isn't it funny how, like, it always seems as though these Failbox fans are crying, and I mean they cry the hardest out of any console owner out there. It's hilarious. You guys seriously bitch and whine so bad when your service goes down. Why? Oh yeah, that's right, because you paid for it. So, keep crying. Because you guys are always crying. That's what you do. You guys cry. So, I'm going to say it and say it again. Your little service is as vulnerable as any other frickin' service. And when it goes down, man, you guys throw a fit. I can't get on Halo. Wow, it's so sad. That's not the only reason you guys cry either. Am I right? Come on. I don't even need to go into this because my other videos address the whole issue. But, you've got a failure rate of upwards of 35%. And let's face it, most people don't own an Xbox Slim. They own that Failbox original. The one that fails and gets red rings of death all the time. And I don't even need to state that. I think you guys understand how severe that situation is and all the articles that back that up. I always love when the fans out there comment to me and they say, "Oh, well, it's never happened to me. Mine hasn't broke." And that means what? That it doesn't break? Or that, what, you're incredibly lucky? I mean, what does that mean? Seriously, how does that apply? In the general scheme of things, 35%, and now it's starting to be around 50% of Xbox, I'm talking original Xbox owners, are having these red rings of death. Their shit's dying. Okay? And you guys keep paying money for all of these new Xboxes because you don't want a refurbished one or because it's out of warranty. Well, guess what? You just bought this through the yacht. But anyway, until next time, peace.